Have you ever wondered how some people remain calm no matter what happens? I used to think it was natural temperament, some kind of inner zen they were born with. But it turns out, many of the calmest people you'll ever meet have had to wrestle with the loudest storms. They've had to build peace the hard way. Brick by brick, in silence. While others tried to tear it down. Trying not to lose your temper every day sounds simple. Surviving it, not so much. So before you relax, take a second to like the video and subscribe. But only if you truly enjoy what I'm building here. And let me know where you're watching from and what time it is. It's a strange comfort knowing we're thinking through all this at the same time, even from different corners of the world. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe so we can continue exploring deeper Stoic lessons together each day. There's a quiet trick that manipulative people use. They don't raise their voice. They raise your doubt. And one of the sharpest tools in their belt is guilt. At first, it sounds like care. I just want to spend more time with you. You used to be so available. You're not the same anymore. But when you step back, you notice something strange. They don't seem happy for your peace. They only seem upset when it no longer serves them. Seneca once warned, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." And in toxic dynamics, guilt becomes a false adversity. Not the kind that makes you grow, but the kind that keeps you small. I had a friend who would say, with the softest voice, "It's fine. Do what you need to do." But somehow, I always felt worse after that. It's when someone praises you, right before they undermine you. At first, you feel seen. You're so talented. Seriously, people respect you. Then a pause. That's why it surprised me when you reacted like that. Or this one. "You're such a good person. I just didn't expect you to hurt me." It's like being handed a flower with a razor inside. You're left holding it, cut, confused, and wondering if maybe they're right. And here's the trap. Once they build you up with flattery, every ounce of doubt they sprinkle after that feels justified, because you should know better. Marcus Aurelius had a subtle warning for this. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Some people crave control, not because they're evil, but because inside them is a bottomless pit where certainty should be. When that craving is wrapped in compliments, it's harder to call it what it is: manipulation. I knew someone who used to joke that I was too sensitive, but only after saying something just sharp enough to sting. It became a cycle. They threw stones, then blamed me for the bruises. You ever notice how people who play the "I'm just being honest" card never seem to use it to compliment you? Stoics believed that clarity should be gentle, never disguised as cruelty. There's no virtue in hitting someone, then calling it feedback. Here's a weird fact. Cleanthes, one of the early Stoics, used to work all night as a water carrier to fund his studies. People mocked him for it, said he lacked pride. But he didn't flinch, because praise and insult meant nothing if it didn't touch the soul. So when someone flatters you, then cuts you, ask yourself, did they build me up to connect with me, or to climb a little higher while I stood still? Philosophers still debate whether the ego responds more to and a friend, meaning well, said, "I just don't want to see you disappointed. You're not the type to handle failure." Recently now, if someone tells you they believe in you, your heart rises. But when someone suggests you're fragile, even under the flag of concern, your spirit tucks itself in. Yadi yadi yadi, yadi yadi yadi. There's a reason Stoics trained in hardship. Defelling Metter and Marn-headed storks. Recently, to people to roll, sormis stupenses. Cato famously walked barefoot and bareheaded. Weln sorter men yen towards yadi yadi yadi. Dash even in public offices. Cato, not because he lacked shoes or shame, yadi 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 yadi, but because he wanted to know who had wrote failure. Tom to developed would comfort ever control him. Tom from his comfort, failure is hard. Or would he choose his own strength, has sills and exclusions wonder, remainded performance of our cliftry, every single day. Every single day. Tom to developed would comfort ever control him. Academic philosophers still wrestle with this. Caution, a form of care? Is caution a form of care? Is the biggest, the truel weight discovering longs? Or is it just the long shadow of fear cast by love? Academic philosopher, one Stoic remaining to have.
No risks accostame change, who peas may dephoning superior to roles.
The Stoic response is quiet, but unshaken. Care, the Stoic can seem whatever you don't. Real care strengthens. It does not shrink you. Yadi 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 yadi. Even on the truth, who where they get to concern your part, feeling you. Yadi 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 yadi.
If you wanted to do and be able to care, but when you connect,
If someone's always protecting you from risk,
made deeple to confined, made deeple to get us.
but never helping you rise to it, you required mine money. Academic is the only feel like you, one sad love. You may not be loved. You can see, we're now means people to G's. You can caned, loves. And that I realized was not love I wanted to keep. My Stoic experience called every single classes, and so his own study, his true tolls N. And that's whatever you do.
There's a calm that comes after truth.
Truth and hot erotes. And that comes after truth. It doesn't shout.
Truth and plote.
It doesn't gloat.
Truth and plote.
It just settles in your bones.
It settles, I do not faring.
It is a large cold, guise of it settles as a pan.
Like a slow, still lake, in gorage try to stow, at directful, insad.
It's a truth lake after the storm of manipulation has passed. Yadi yadi yadi, put messable in obedience spends. Love is their parent.